Hey y'all, it's K White. I am back. It's so funny. I am testing Streamyard. And of course, I did not record my screen as I thought I was. The goal was to just share with beginners how you can get started with creating AI art. And I'm like, wait a minute, why didn't it record? And of course, I missed a step. Let me tell you real quick, if you're ever using StreamYard, you have to go to the present button and make sure you're sharing your screen. So, anyway, I'm going to reshare really quickly what I've already done because it's late, but I want you to see what I was talking about. And so I just switched over to show picture in picture, and that way you can still see me and you can see my screen as well. So I'm going to switch over to ChatGPT, and I created this lovely image of a person doing yoga before. I'm going to pick up right there and demonstrate again what I did before. This was just to give you an idea of how you can use ChatGPT's DAL-E art creating tool. And so, if you're not familiar with ChatGPT, it is a way for you to use artificial intelligence, AI, to create pretty much anything. I love using the example of how you can take something like creating resumes and start a resume business and use ChatGPT to help you go in and make corrections as you go. That's just one simple example, but there are so many more things that you can use ChatGPT for. But when you delve into the art creation tool, which is DALL-E 3, this is when things really get creative to me. I absolutely love the ability to create images that reflect what I am interested in, what I would want to showcase. You can create whatever type of images you like. A lot of the images that I create are really geared towards young African American women because I think it's so important that to be sure that young women, African American women, have positive images that they're presented with on a daily basis. So a lot of times my content is geared around that. I like diversity too, though, so I will throw in other cultures from time to time and just even other content. I like creating animal content, and I love creating coloring pages for my mom, for example, who's a senior and who loves to color day in and day out. So I'm going to plug in what I used before because, again, I'm trying to keep this real simple and just show you on my screen what I didn't get to show you before because I wasn't sharing my screen. I'm learning StreamYard, and it's stream. If you're not, how you stream to more than one place. So it's a great tool if you want to stream, for example, to YouTube as well as on Facebook. And so I've been sharing on YouTube, so I'm expanding it to include Facebook, and just wanted to demonstrate a little bit. Since I'm testing StreamYard, I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cover some beginner art information in terms of getting started with creating AI art. So in the case of this, I'm saying create a peaceful, and basically I just put in what I want to set a peaceful image of an African American woman in a tranquil yoga pose or reading quietly. Now I put the same prompt when you put text in like this and and submit, you're asking DALL-E 3, the AR generation tool, to render an image for you. So when I did this before, it rendered the above images that I'm pointing to here. And again, this is on the most basic level. You can get as advanced as you like. And so, as you gain more skills, and I will share more of this with you as well, you can add as much detail as you like. So, if you wanted to add more detail, you could say you want the hair a certain way, or you could say that you want a specific background scene, something like that, and it will display that for you. And I'm trying to think, what can we add that would showcase a peaceful, tranquil. Let's see, I'm going to say, let's add a small fountain. How about that? Let's say a peaceful image of an African American woman in a tranquil yoga pose or reading with, I'm going to put a comma, and then I'm going to say with a small fountain. I'm going to say tabletop. Okay, and so all I did was add with a small tabletop fountain shown in the background. So we're going to go ahead and submit and just see what happens. We only added one simple detail. Essentially, I just want you to see that you can be as detailed as you want. You can start simple and then you can add more detail and then add more detail. Or you can start out with a lot of detail. A lot of times I like to see exactly what it renders first and then go from there. So that's what's happening here. It is actually in the process of rendering the art itself. So let's give it just a little bit of time. It's moving just a little bit slow, but that's probably because I have so many different tabs open here. And let's give it just a few minutes and let it create the art for us. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking since it's so slow, I'm thinking StreamYard might actually be interfering. I think it is because it's now giving me an unresponsive page here. When I get that, I don't worry about it. I just click out of it and then reload, and usually it comes right up. But evidently StreamYard is slowing the rendering process down. So let's see what we get here. See if it shows us something. Yeah, see, oh, I like both of these images. But see what I mean? These are pretty simple images. And it's kind of funny to me. My description of a tabletop fountain actually looks like a pretty big fountain to me. You see where I put the fountains here? Trying to get them to open up here. Okay, yeah. See how it put the little fountain here? It's not exactly what I had in mind. When that happens, I just give new instructions and I try to be as specific in detail. And if it's ever a time where it seems like I'm just not getting what I want, I will actually ask the Chat GPT to tell me what to say to get the results that I want. And that works really well typically. And so I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get the other image to open up. And once it opens, then we can kind of decide. I like the background scene in this one too. This one is nice. I like that. And this definitely looks like a tranquil yoga pose, which is what I asked for. I like the plants in this scene. Again, you can add to or take away as much as you want when you're creating art using the DALL-E, ChatGPT's DALL-E 3 art tool. And I believe that's all I'm going to show tonight because it's a little bit late and I wanted to hop back on because I was disappointed that I didn't open up the present, didn't click the present button so that I could share my screen when using a StreamYard. So um, this time you should actually see what I'm doing here online. If not, I'm gonna be disappointed, but I think you will because I did go in and I opened it up. And so I'm gonna close this out and go back over to StreamYard. And again, another time I'll show you more details on how you can expand and get what you want when you're putting your art in or putting your prompt in to create art. Just remember that you're the engineer. You're the one running the process to get the result that you want. And you can be as descriptive as you like or you can keep things simple. And there's so many forms of art, and that's pretty exciting too. You can explore a variety of different types of art forms and styles to get what you want and discover what you like. Okay, this has been Kay White, Girls in Finance. I'm signing off. Take care and have an amazing night. Okay.